Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Crypto Fry. So let's hop right into this TA. So right now we're looking at Sol. I think yesterday we finished off around right here. We were trading around $94 around this 4 hour. So it looks like we've reclaimed this 4 hour and now we are moving higher. And we also broken out of this bull flag channel. Now the real question here is, can we hold this? And I think the answer to that is going to be depending on Bitcoin. Like if we see Bitcoin reclaim this channel that it's in, I know I haven't charted Bitcoin, but one thing I look at for Solana is how's Bitcoin and Ethereum doing. If they're doing good, then I could assume that okay, Solana's going to do good too. So we'll see. For now, we're holding above these supports. So for the time being, I'm bullish on this, and if we can reclaim that, even better. If we can reclaim this, what is this, the daily? Or is this just, what the hell is this? Is that a daily level? Yeah, that's a daily level. Okay, well, that's not marked. Let me mark that. Cool, we got the daily right there. All right. So once we reclaim this daily, I'll feel a lot better. Because this is some resistance right here. We have this previous high on the 14th. And we have that daily level. So it would be nice if we could see this flipped into support. All right, so that's for Solana. WIF, let's look at WIF. Looks like WIF was able to defend the daily. Looks like we had a little bit of a front run on that daily. People got excited, they jumped the gun. But we do have a nice retest of that 4 hour right there. You can see that on the 1 minute time frame. We have a nice retap right there. That's a clean one. The first one just gets smashed right through, and you can see that clean retest right there. Resistance, retest. Now we're trading higher, so I would assume it's gonna want to do the same thing. It's gonna want to resistance this daily, or I'm sorry, this is the top wick actually, the wick high. Going to want to test that as resistance, flip it into support. That's what I'm thinking. We don't have any dailies. We do have a daily down here at 31 cents. And the next resistance would be up here at 37 cents. So we'll see. I think I have a feeling it gets to 37 cents. We might. What I'm thinking is I might as well just do another 4 hour right here. So what I'm thinking is going to be something like this. We hit the 4 hour, come back down to the wick high, find some support, and then we could rip higher if we do rip higher. And that's going to be dependent on how the rest of the market is looking. Okay, so that's pretty much it for WIF. Let's go to hop on over to used car. Used car, right? I think yesterday I had this level marked out. I think what was it, in an hour we would have got to my zone, and it looks like it only got there in less than that. So it looks like I had 1 hour 30 minutes here, and it tapped it about 30 minutes later. Okay, so we have a nice tap, and from that tap we are up 30%. Don't quite reach the highs, comes back down, tries to find support on the weekly. Fails. We get a back test of resistance. Now we're trading lower, and now we are right here. So right here, this is an interesting spot, right? Let's get rid of that. Right here, we have the daily level, and we also have the daily level coinciding with this down sloping resistance that we are now trading above. And now look at this. Look what I find interesting right here. Look at that. You see that? You see that? So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And I would like to see this continue to hold. I would like to see this continue to hold, and I'd like to see this level start to be reclaimed. If we can see this hold and we can see this level begin to be reclaimed, then bullish. But for right now, let's see this hold. We could get a wick down. If we go to overall Fibonacci, Look at that. We could see a fake out. We could see it come down to 4.6, but in my opinion, this is a good zone to buy. And of course, this is paper trading, not real stuff. This is just paper trading. All right, and that's it for used car. Let's hop on over to win, right? So win, we are also at the overall Fibonacci retrace. One thing that I found interesting, and so basically I went from the low to the high for that, and that's where you get that, the 618 and the 66. One thing I found interesting was, look at this 1 hour. I had this 1 hour charted right here, and if we drag that over, look at that. That's a clean tap of the 1 hour. If you buy that 1 hour, that's a 68% move right there. 68% move. You have to take some profits, though, because we come all the way back down. All the way back down. Now we're back down to this wick. That was a massive wick. And, yeah, I would say we need to see these levels hold, because this is a big wick right here. I mean, look at it at a bigger time frame. We could see it come down to 1 cent at the daily. Possibly even test that level right there. But for now, the 1 hour is holding. The fib is holding. So I'd say it's just worth a shot, you know. It fails, we have another zone we can buy in at, dollar cost average in at, paper trade. So that's a win. And who knows, we might even see kind of some action like that, maybe some kind of double top action. Who knows? But for now, this is support. If it breaks, we go lower. We have support at 1 cent. Okay, now let's go to Chonky. Chonky, I had this fib yesterday. Looks like it went down to the overall fib, the true Fibonacci, which is from this low down to here. That's a good entry right there, whoever took that. Because you take that, you're up 17% right now. You know, and that's in 8 hours, which is pretty good. Probably less than 8 hours. But yeah, right now we are trading above the daily. We retested that as resistance, broke above. Let's see on the 1 minute time frame, how does this thing look? Do we get a back test? Yeah, we got our back test right there. So same thing. Let's see if this can hold, and then we can shoot for higher, 5 cents or whatever, 5. And that's Chonky. Now let's head on over to Myro. So Myro, right? I was looking for a double bottom down here, but it looks like it did a triple bottom. So one thing you could do, right, is when you have a pivot low, you go pivot low, and you could see when we start trading back above this, that's a buy. When you reclaim this level, you know, you don't have to catch this falling knife. You don't have to catch that. And even if you just get an entry right here, that's a really good entry. Because let's say you enter in right here, right? Yeah, you're down 5%. Yeah, you're down 5% for a few minutes. But even just shooting to the 318, to the 3618, that's up 40%. Somebody sold that wick high basically at 50%. And then same thing, you know, that's when you get to resistance, take some off the table. Don't be afraid to pay yourself for making that trade. Take some off the table. You don't have to take your whole position off. Just take some off. And because this could happen, you know, this can happen. Doesn't hurt to always have some dry powder. So now, what am I looking for now? One thing to note, this is the lower high. You see this? We have our highs, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. But we do have this reclaim of this range. We do have that triple bottom. So one thing that I would be looking for, since we have this big sell-off right now, is I would be looking for a fib of this. This would be a nice level to buy in at, because you have this candle right here that price had a big move up on that. So what I'm thinking is we come down. We come down, we swing that low, maybe even gets volatile. And who knows, maybe we could even drop down if the volatility is there. But I would say it's going to come down, it's going to swing that low, and then we can rip up higher. And of course, this is depending on how Sol is doing. If Sol is starting to trade back under these levels, then I would be a bit cautious. I would be a bit cautious for this Myro. But I would say if we're above these levels and we even start to reclaim, then I would be a lot more confident in right here. Okay? But I do believe this gets hit eventually. This 18-cent level gets hit eventually. And yeah, that's going to be it for the analysis. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.